What's up, guys? This is Kalo, and normally I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, but welcome back to another episode of Community Kitchen, where we are cooking up the latest and greatest gaming news. And who better to join me today than my sous chef, Aden? Why don't you say what's up?
Hello.
So,
Can you say that it's going to be on like Donkey Kong when this game releases?
potentially, but allow me to take the wheel and not let Jesus take the wheel here. And thank anybody and everybody who is liking and subscribing here to Game Sandwich. We appreciate you, and if you're new here, consider joining our Discord. Links to that is all in the video description down below. But Aden, I am calling on you today. I'm calling on you today to defend me, to get your shield and defend fragile old me. And I have a proposition. I have something.
Do you want Hylian or do you want Guardian Shield? Because I have both.
I'll say Guardian Shield because that sounds
Okay.
better, right? Is better stats.
Got it.
Potentially. Potentially.
Destiny Shield. Got it.
Oh, no, I'm really screwed then. Well, anyway, there has been a lot of talk about how Switch 2 prices are getting out of hand, how the games are a little expensive. We're pushing coins here. And I wanted to float this idea out there to the larger community and ask you guys a question. And normally, this is how I know something internally is wrong for me. I am defending, almost proposing, if you will, a live service game. Crazy. Crazy things are happening here.
Live service in 2025. What kind of madman are you?
I really am. Maybe stuff has gotten to me. Maybe my hat is on a little too tight. I don't know. It probably is. But I want to talk about Mario Kart World and how that game is $80. Shock value. People are upset. I get it. I see it. I understand. I want to say that. I understand. But I floated this idea out there through a course of a few of our videos here, predicting the Switch 2, predicting the lineup, predicting X, Y, and Z. And I proposed this idea that Mario Kart, whatever form it comes in, before I even knew it was open world, blah, 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 it should be a live service game. It should be available. It should be a platform that the game exists on and just grows. We should not see another Mario Kart ever in our history. On the surface, how does that sound?
I mean, unrealistic.
I understand.
Because, and mainly just for a whole idea of, okay, so you want there to never be another Mario Kart game in the history. Okay, well, 8 years later, when they make another console that's going to be like the Switch 3, new Mario Kart, because they just won't carry it over. I know that they won't.
So, what I am proposing, and I totally get that point of, like, yes, the next console will come out, great. We'll get Mario Kart World, and then we'll get, like, Mario Kart X, or whatever they want to call it. Mario Kart Universe. Let's just expand the name there. I get that. I think if you're charging $80, you get the base game. It's open world, plenty to do. They have nice little cute outfits, all these different carts. We assume at some point we're going to be getting this expansion pass. We're going to be getting new racers, new outfits, the whole nine. Everyone's going to be
If they
looking.
haven't already put all the racers possible in.
Exactly. Like, literally, you could be the cow for Moo Moo Medals. But what do I know?
You can be a dead fish.
You literally can. And that's, like,
Yeah,
not
there's
outlandish.
a dead fish.
There's a dead fish. I'm living in this world where, again, and I can't wait to see your reaction, and there will be a reaction in the comments, for Nintendo to do the right thing and potentially release this game at $80, but include a steady flow of content, racers, carts, maps for the next 4 years, or however long. Take the time frame what you will. Does that, removing Nintendo doing the right thing out of the equation, which is a big chunk of it, I'll admit, do you think this is feasible? Okay. Let's have
Feasible
the
for any company other than Nintendo.
Fair enough.
If Capcom were making it, I would trust it. Capcom made Monster Hunter Wilds, and they've already released one update that adds new content to the game for free. They're going to be doing another update in the summer for free. That game was, and let me check my notes, $60 or 70, one or the other.
70. I
My
think.
notes are scrawled on my hand, obviously, you can tell. But it was either 60 or $70. I don't remember, honestly, off the top of my head. But it was probably 70. And they're doing that right now. I don't trust Nintendo to do that at all. Especially because there were games from the PS4 era, which is what the graphics of the Switch 2 are, that were $60 and got a bunch of free DLC.
Hmm.
Nintendo nickels and dimes everybody. That is what they are best at doing. It's never gonna happen.
I get you, but let me expand on this further. And again, tinfoil hat here. We're getting this April 17th direct in a week's time. A little over a week, my bad. I don't math that well. And you're kind of sitting there asking yourself, what else do we need to know about this game? What else do we need to figure out? We had the Treehouse Direct, wherever they were like, oh, like, this is the thing. You can grind on the rail. You can go over here. You can do this. You can do that. That's all good and well. But this, like, why have another Direct explaining all this that we already know? It's kind of crazy. What if at this Direct they're like, all right, listen, Mario Kart World is going to act as a platform for you and your friends to hang out. There was this picture of like Mario, Donkey Kong, Peach, and like a bunch of other characters kind of hanging out in the world and like posing for a photo. This is where things to me start to kind of get fishy and not the dead fish, where it's like, oh, maybe they're gonna make Mario Kart World this hub world where you and your friends can hang out, potentially where you can get off of your carts and explore the world. I don't know. Maybe it's too outlandish and maybe it's too crazy to think about. But again, these are the things that keep me up at night, and this is what I'm thinking about lately. So, what do you think of this?
I mean, I'm just saying that should be the base game, and that should be in the base game for that $80.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Like, that
It's
is it.
$80 because of that.
Yeah. That still doesn't justify $80. I'm sorry,
Really?
it does not. It doesn't justify $80. There are games that are massive open worlds that cost less than that, have more put into them than Mario Kart. When you think of Mario Kart, so many of the assets are already just reused. They're reused assets. Every character model reused. A ton of the kart models, I'm sure, are probably reused. Guaranteed that it's just, oh, a bunch of reused assets with new gloss over them. Yeah, sure, they added some new characters. Well, a bunch of new characters, honestly. But again, kart racer like that, you're looking at me, like, if you're asking me, that is $60.
Yeah.
That is not even worth the price of a new PS5 game because there's not as much work put into that as so many other titles. Think about how much work was put into Cyberpunk 2077 and everybody got that for $60 and then on top of that got a free DLC whenever they made the giant update.
Yeah, Phantom Liberty. That was a big deal. And that's coming to the Switch too, which, geez,
So
pray.
think about that.
Yeah.
Nintendo is one of the most profitable companies. Like they're one of the most they're one of the richest companies in gaming. They can afford to do something like that instead of overcharging for their games.
This is what I'm saying as far as like, yes, they're charging 80, but it's because we're getting the free DLC included in the base game. Or I know it's free DLC, but like the whatever booster pass they include down the line, it's already in there, $80 base price. You get everything moving forward. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The booster packs for Mario Kart 8 or whatever, they were included into the game if you already had the expansion pass. You got them for free, right?
I don't think so. I know you had to pay for them.
Oh, I thought it was if you had the expansion pass, you got them for free. I don't know because I never got the expansions.
Me neither.
Never got the boosters. So I was just going off of what I thought it was.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, you have to pay for the booster course pass.
Okay, and how much are the booster course passes?
$24.99 for the total.
Okay. That's for one booster course or for both?
Total of 48 courses, or yeah, the 48 courses, and
Cool.
whether that includes, yes, and that includes all the characters. This is what I'm saying as far as they're going to include that in the base price for the game itself, which $60,
Yeah.
70, 80. It's all there.
And how many games already have equivalent to that or more for a lower price?
That's
Again, you could make the argument again that Cyberpunk 2077 take away the disastrous launch.
Which I thought was a good launch.
If the game,
I'm in the minority.
like if it was a perfect launch on day one,
Yeah.
that game has way more in it than Mario Kart ever could. And you're telling me the same price is justified between those two games? You're telling me that Breath of the Wild should be the same price as Mario Kart?
Those prices are never coming down. Which still kind of amazes me that games released 8 years ago still have that $60 price point. Well, now, was it 70 or something? But that's included in NSO. If you have the NSO, you get the upgrade for Breath of the Wild, but it's not every game, which is weird. It's like
I mean, I'm not talking about the like upgrades or anything. I'm just like purely talking like
games.
Base game of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
You're telling me that on the Switch when it was $60, you're telling me Mario Kart 8 was worth the $60. I don't even think Mario Kart 8 was worth the $60. I think it was a $40 game.
Well, yeah, it was a Wii U game. That's the one thing everyone forgets. It's like, oh no, this game has been around. It's been around a long time. Just no one played it on the Wii U. But
at day one, that was a $40 game. It should have been $60 with the DLC.
All I'm saying is, I think there's room. I think they have a chance. I'm not saying they will do it. But at this April 17th Direct, or whatever date in April, they have a chance to justify the price. Because as of right now, we only know what we know. We don't know anything else. There could be something else included. There could be more features that we don't know about. Who knows? I'm just floating this idea out there. And maybe it resonates, maybe it doesn't, maybe it comes to life. But all I'm saying is, if it does come true, this is where you heard it here first. And I don't want to hear it from no one out there on the internet. And then you can come back here and roast me if it's wrong, which it probably will be.
Even if it is true, please, I pray all of you still hate on Kevin in the comments.
It happens.
Because Nintendo's ridiculous.
It happens, you know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I got hit in the head with too many red shells, but that's neither here nor there.
And now you're as crazy and drug addicted as the new Donkey Kong.
Maybe we're just living in unison, you know? Maybe it's just my life is tied to Donkey Kong forever, and this is where we're at. But if there's any further comments here from you, we're going to wrap it up here. What do you think? The possibility. Give me some hope that this potentially happens.
Okay, I've said it once, I'll say it again. I trust Nintendo to give people what they want as much as I trust EA not to include microtransactions in games.
So basically, I'm screwed. It's okay. I'll live. I'll ride the lightning for now. But without further ado, we're gonna pass it off to you guys. What do you think about all of this? Am I crazy? Yes, I already answered for you. Let us know in the comments down below, and join our Discord if you want to talk more about Mario Kart or Nintendo or any of your other favorite games. Links to that, again, all in the video description down below. But as of right now, for this episode of Community Kitchen, I've been Kalo, joined by Aden, and we'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed today's video and want more content just like this, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for all your news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.